Hi, I'm Brad Knowles, producer of Friday Night Flies, hosted by Scott LeBoldus and Scotty Holmes. Enjoy the show.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Here we are once again, Bass Pro in Tsawwassen. My name is Zach. Second fly of the night for you from me tonight. This one, I don't know. I came up with it because I've seen a lot of these bugs floating on the lake surfaces and stuff like that, and figured I'd give it a go. Something to kind of match the hatch, if you will. So it's a little polywing spinner. I've seen them around up and down the Sea to Sky lakes. They're usually olive in color. Definitely mix up these colors to match your area. Again, kind of mix it up for myself. I don't usually tie this small, so this is a 14. I did them down to a 16. They aren't the biggest bugs on the planet, but fish definitely key in on them. So let's head on down and check this one out. All right, so here we have it, my little olive spinner. And I mean little. It's like I said, size 14. I was doing them up on a 16s. I don't usually tie that small, but you know what? I see them on the water. Why not have them just in case? You never know. So I'm going to pop that guy out of the vise. And I'm going to throw my Daiichi 1170 size 14 into the vise. There we go. I've got some UTC 70 watery olive. I like this stuff because it lays flat. You want to keep a nice level body. I'm just going to start wrapping that back. It's kind of an interesting little pattern. I was digging through one of my tying books the other day, one of my Phil Rowley books, and he's got a little tip for doing split tails. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a dubbing loop minus the dubbing. We're just going to seal that off, pull it on top, and we're going to take that back to right at the bend of the hook. We're just going to leave that aside. And I'm going to take my thread back up. I'm going to build up a little bit of a body here. And I've got some barred mayfly tails here. We've got them in the shop from Superfly. They're black and white. So we got the two colors there. These ones I picked up on the island at Robinson's. If you ever get a chance, go check that store out. It's pretty cool. The whole upstairs is all fly tying material, which is pretty neat. So I got two tails here. I'm going to measure that roughly about 2 body lengths. I'm going to tie that in right on top. Just kind of take that back. This isn't a difficult pattern to tie. Unless your eyes are old, then you might have a little bit of trouble. Try to get those tails lined up, kind of on the center there. Get our dubbing loop out of the way. This is kind of the tricky part now. So we need to split these tails. So there we go. I got them kind of separated there. I'm going to take this dubbing loop. I'm going to pull it up between. If I can get my finger through that loop, it's a little easier to pull on it. There we go. And I'm just going to pull on it. Hopefully you can see that there. That kind of split the tails for me. And now I'm just going to lock down that dubbing loop. So it's kind of a cool trick. That's a Phil Rowley one. You can all thank him for that one. I know he does a lot of really cool patterns and stuff. So and Brad's saying he's a friend of the show. It'd be great to get him on one of these live chats one day, or even do something with us. That'd be kind of cool. So I'm just going to take that thread back. And I'm going to trim this about 1.5 inches length away from the hook eye there. And I'm going to flatten my threads, just spin it counterclockwise. Again, just keep the body nice and smooth. We're going to wrap that back. And now I'm going to take an olive turkey biot. Now I like turkey over goose because they are longer, so they're a little bit easier to work with. And what we want is on the biots, there's a little, I'll hold it upside down for you. On top here, there's a little ridge. And this is what gives that kind of segmented rib. Whereas if we tied it in the other way, everything's going to be flat and smooth, and you're going to get the coloring from this top piece here. So what we want is there's a little notch right here. We want that to be facing up. And what we're going to do, since the tips are really fragile, we're just going to trim a little bit of that away. We're going to tie that in on an angle here. Kind of like so. And we're going to take that thread up to the front. I'm going to put a little dab of glue here, just to help kind of reinforce it. Sorry about all the noise. I think we got a truck today, so we got a bunch of new stuff coming in. We are live, so things are a little bit noisy. Looks like a boat battery going out. Everybody's getting excited for boat season. I know I am. That's why I'm tying up all these lake patterns. So I'm going to take some hackle pliers here. I'm going to be very gentle with this because they are fragile. And we're going to take a turn at the back. We're just going to kind of barber pull this up. As you can see, that little ridge there is creating some nice segmentation, really cool body look. We're going to get probably one more little wrap there. I'm going to catch that in, get rid of those hackle pliers. We're going to clean that up like so. Alright. There we go. Now we're going to tie in our wings. So for the wings, I've just got some Antron on a card, white Antron. And the thing I like about the cards is it gives you kind of the perfect length. So I'm going to trim off a piece that's about yay big. And then I'm going to separate that into, I've already done one here. So I'm going to split it in half so it's not quite as thick, especially for these 14s and 16s. When I was doing size 12s, I'd use the whole piece. So I'm going to tie that in along the side here, just with a couple little loose wraps. I'm going to twist it, and I'm going to figure eight this once or twice. There you go. Let's start that again. It's me a little finicky here. One, two, a couple wraps there. Twist it. We're going to figure eight this just to get it to sit how we want. Okay, still being a little finicky. Alright, keep my thread behind there. Now I've got some rabbit dubbing. This is some old school stuff that I found, so it's just an olive. Again, do all these colors to match your area. So I'm going to create a very thin noodle here. Don't need much. Just create a little thorax here. Wrap around our wings here. Get them to sit out where we want. And just kind of cross wrap all that. And we're going to finish up right behind the eye here. Create a little head. And we're going to throw in a little whip finish. Alright, so there's that. And now what we have to do is trim our wings. It's a pretty easy pattern to tie. Doesn't take long. We're just going to pull those wings straight up. And we're going to cut it about the length of the body there. And we're just going to push those out to the side. You'll see here. This one's not perfect, but again, the fish don't mind. So that's kind of my wings there. So that's it. That's my little spinner action. So let's head on out and sign on out. Alright, so there you have it. My little olive spinner. It's an interesting one. I'm looking forward to fishing it this year. Should be kind of, I think it'll do alright. So yeah, time up a couple different colors to match your area. Again, I did them in 12s, 14s, 16s. You could probably even go in 18, 20, 22s if you wanted to. I don't know why you would, but you never know. Sometimes the fish like that stuff. So yeah, this was one that I posted on my Instagram page and seemed to get, some people were pretty stoked on it. So there's the video for it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit us up on our Facebook page with any of your questions. If you want us to recommend any flies for us, please hit us up with that. Hope you guys enjoyed the spruce fly today. It's kind of a fun one for our buddy Greg, who's a fan of the show. So definitely look forward to helping you guys out next week and fish on.